All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Moving
We having
along.
fun here on YouTube. Hey, yo, the boys are back. The OGs are back, baby. We having fun. We laughing. We enjoying the off season.
Saturday morning, baby.
Saturday morning, we getting ready for the season coming up. We possibly got a new owner coming up this Thursday. We got a lot going on in the Commanders. Allegedly, you know what I'm saying? We got the quarterbacks and the receivers down south. Also, Brian Robinson and the running backs down there too. In Miami, practicing, getting ready for the preseason, getting ready to step it off. That's exciting. But before we get going, let me introduce my boys here. My man to the left here, my man Trey Z, Mr. Always Right. And my man down at the bottom, Mr. Deacon. The Deacon, baby. The editor, the guy, the man.
Editor-in-chief.
That's right. Editor-in-chief. The
Cursing Deacon.
And yours truly, Big Al. They call me Big Al, Big Al.
Deep dive Al.
Deep dive, baby. Deep dive. Here we go, baby. YouTube. What we always say before we begin the show, let's get it.
Stole the Bama, watch basketball flag. DC, where you got chickens that make it harder to get them digits, the skins and them cowboy tickets. DC, the K-Corps, dirty Cadillacs, Desert Eagle cannon blast. Watch your back.
Four corners of hate, four corners of death, four corners that'll take your last breath. Northeast, southwest, southeast, and northwest. It's the devil's diamond, feel it from your head to your chest. Hope you got your best. Four corners of hate, four corners of death, four corners that'll take your last breath. Northeast, southwest, southeast, and northwest. It's the devil's diamond, feel it from your head to your
All
chest.
right, YouTube, we're back. We're back. We're talking Commanders, and I don't know if everybody got a chance to watch this, but on Netflix, and give them some advertisements, on Netflix, there's a reality show called Quarterbacks by Peyton Manning. He's the producer, executive producer, called Quarterbacks on Netflix. And on that particular show, they got 3 featured NFL quarterbacks on there: Patrick Mahomes, Kirk Cousins, and Mariota. They kind of all 3 in the different stages of their career. One is the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes. Kirk Cousins, we know, plain Jane Kirk Cousins. He's in the middle, but at the end of his career, trying to find a way to stay in the NFL. And then you got a journeyman, Mariota. Talking about this being a journeyman, a career backup, and talking about the ups and downs of all 3 of their careers. But the key thing is the hits and things that they go through. Kirk Cousins, in the middle of the reality show, plays against the Commanders. And I don't know if y'all seen the show, but when pain hits Kirk Cousins in the game, man, pain put some pain on Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins crawled off the field.
Pain.
And one that loves the Commanders and not too fond of Kirk Cousins the way he treated us, that was a good hit. It was a good hit. Deacon, I wish you had seen it, but it was a good hit.
Yeah, I haven't seen the show, but people tell me that Mahomes has a nice family.
Yeah, Mahomes, his family life does do Mahomes' family life. It does do his dad, his wife, and he has a kid on the way. On the show, his wife is pregnant on the way on the show, and he has a little girl and a beautiful house. I mean, it's a building almost. It's not really a house. It's huge.
What's funny is the guy who came out the highest is the journeyman, because I think he came out number 1, didn't he?
What you talking about, money-wise?
Mariota. Nah, in the draft.
Mariota was the number 1 pick. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
The other 2 quarterbacks that are premium of the game, much better quarterbacks too. The documentary clearly shows that Mariota is a step back from them. He was number 1 pick, Heisman Trophy winner. That was the peak of his career, was his college career. But he's definitely not that now. Kirk Cousins is definitely better. Huh?
Who came? It was Crab Legs?
That particular year, I think it was Mariota and Crab Legs was the next pick.
Yeah, I think so.
That particular year, I don't think they had a good quarterback in that year. Yeah. He was the best. But Patrick Mahomes is definitely the best, man. Watching his game highlights and just being in the helmet with him, listening to what he's hearing, the things that he can do. I mean, he just has incredible talent. But they do show our coach, our new coach, Herb Bieniemy, on the sidelines and practice and stuff like that for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's the offensive coordinator for them at that particular time. Interesting to me, though. Interesting. Interesting is that on the documentary, home, at practice, in the game, Bieniemy never says 2 words on the 3 episodes that I watch to Patrick Mahomes. He never talks to him on camera. Only thing you see him do is give him some water on the bench. You never hear him call a play in his helmet. You hear the head coach call the plays in his helmet. You hear the quarterback coach talking to him in his helmet. You never hear Bieniemy's voice at all during the documentary. Now, you do see him. Right. You see him with all the plays wrapped around his waist. He's looking like a janitor with all the keys to the doors.
Wait a minute.
You ever see the janitor with all the keys hanging off his hips? You think he's important, but he's just a janitor. You know what I'm saying?
Stop it.
That's how your boy Bieniemy looks.
Oh, that's cold.
He has all the plays wrapped around his waist, and he's walking around, but he does not look like he's anybody that important.
So maybe
he got all the keys, baby.
He got all the keys.
Maybe he didn't give his, sign the disclosure agreement, and they didn't put him on the joint, man. That's
could be.
I'm pretty sure everybody got, it's big business, man. So everybody want a little bit. Because ain't nothing but a glorified Hard Knocks.
That's all it is.
Quarterback. Somebody will come out with helmets, cleats, the new show cleats or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody gonna do the same daggone thing because it works. As long as you can mic up and get some video or some things that people don't normally see, but want to see because these people are our fans. But
you are correct, sir.
That is interesting. And disheartening because you want to see what it is, behind the scenes, but it could be something as simple as that, Big Al.
I would hope so.
Yeah,
I hope so too, because they ain't gonna be for the janitor situation.
We got what we got, baby.
We got it. He calling the plays.
Hey, listen, anytime you got all the keys to the building, you are an important man.
Yeah.
Picket fence, huh? Picket fence. On 3. Statue of Liberty on 2.
Well, we know that Andy Reid from the Philadelphia years is an offensive coordinator at heart. So I believe that's why you don't see Bieniemy calling plays during the game. I think the structure of the Kansas City, as I saw it, was that Bieniemy kind of did the pregame stuff, during the week stuff, where he designed the offense in a certain way. According to the team that they're playing, and then the coach decided per play what they'll run, and then Bieniemy would chime in every now and then as to, this third down play, it was the one that you want to run or something. Because you remember he called the 2 touchdown plays in the Super Bowl.
He said he did.
That was his design. So, I believe this will be his first year actually calling play-by-play. On the side.
He our coach. It looks like he's gonna be our coach this year.
Well, I mean, basically that's what the offense coordinator. I mean, he's an assistant head coach.
Right. Yeah, that's his title.
He has that title too.
Yeah, that's his title.
So it's going to be interesting. It may be a little change for him to get up to speed as far as play by play. But he's been under the tutelage for a while, so it's time to break out and see what he got. So we just the guinea pigs, man. So
that's a good point. What Big Al said and what you're talking about, yes, he is the assistant coach. Key word is assistant. The media, and based on what I've seen, has been kind of mum on my man Ron Rivera. I almost keep forgetting that Ron is still here. How do you think that is? I mean, as a leader, which was what we said we were going to do, Deacon, so calm down. I'm talking about coach. As the coach, and you were the head coach, when the guy comes in as now the assistant coach that you didn't pick, I'm assuming he didn't go, go get Bieniemy because that's my man. He came in, so you know what that means. Everybody knows. Everybody kind of saying it like, what you going to do, Ron? He got to body him out like, yo, hold on. So soon as Bieniemy start doing the interview, I'd have been like, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? So let me, head coach is here. Go ahead. You know, I mean, you got to be in there to at least assert that you're here. I'm going to give my shot. And I ain't seen Ron, man, since he could be eliminated.
We can be eliminated.
I haven't seen him since then, really. You know, he was a shell of a man since that time, man. So, what do you think about that, man? That's huge, man. I mean, that because what we listen, we one thing in Washington we've always had was controversy. We've had controversy in the running back room. We keep controversy. Matter of fact, we can't be Washington unless we have controversy in the quarterback room. I was watching Rio's shout out my man Rio Robinson. Y'all got to check him out. I was watching Rio's show. He was just talking about Sam Howell, but what he did was since 1991, I guess, or that's when he was born, I believe he said in the video, that dude ran down damn near 30-something quarterbacks or 23 or something. It was crazy.
Oh, buddy. Yeah.
And I was just like listening to him, and I was like, yeah, I forgot about that guy. Oh, yeah, him. I mean, all the dudes he was talking about, I said, wow. So we keep a controversy. But back to my segment back in. We've never had a coaching controversy as long as we've been around. So this would be new, but to me, that would be more devastating now. That would be a devastating situation. Unless Rom just pull back, go up in the booth, and just say, everything happening here is because of me, and hope that he's to keep the team, or he's that, but in that essence, he's already quit.
I think he's going to be like this.
Oh, yes.
He's
Definitely.
going to be like that.
Definitely.
That's his profile.
We put the statue up around the stadium. If they don't put this pose right here, that is crazy.
I think it goes back to what I originally was thinking is that Ron is stepping back. Hopefully, for Ron Rivera, I think what he's thinking is if this year goes good, he can step aside, give Bieniemy the job, and then he could declare and save face to say that he has gotten this team on the right track now. Mm-hmm. He did what he came to do, turn this team around, right? So he got the right people in places now. We got a good defense, got a good defense coach, good offensive coordinator coach. Give him the job, and everything else is out of his hand. Now he doesn't leave looking like a bum because he couldn't turn the team around. You know what I mean? So he's turned the team around. He can get out of there as fast as he can and save his career. I think that's what's going to happen. I think that's why.
Deacon, for him to do that, it's going to be tough, man. We got a pretty good schedule here. You know, I'm counting the wins and losses. They're gonna have to win some tough games here to do what you just said.
Yeah, but like I was saying in the last one is that we're gonna have to judge this season off of something other than wins and losses. You know, because you can have a good team but just have a bad season. You know, or a not winning season.
Yeah, tough schedule.
Where you could say, well, we're good. We just had a tough schedule. Yeah, it's like coming off a Super Bowl. You got to play everybody, and that's kind of what we're playing this year. We're playing everybody. We didn't play nobody last year. We got 8-1. We playing everybody this year.
Yeah, we have a tougher schedule this year, that's for sure.
Yeah.
What do you think about the players all getting together at Brissett's house down in Miami and Florida? And I mean, the whole offensive team was down there working out. You know, the running backs, tight ends, and receivers, and both quarterbacks are down there, probably enjoying the Miami weather and a little bit, but also they working out. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about that, Deacon?
It's good to see. It's good to see. I watched some of the film, and we have to take it for what it is, which is a good workout, trying to get in rhythm with each other. But they're playing in shorts again. We're back in booty shorts.
Yep.
So it's really.
I thought we were going to do the show, fellas, without you saying booty shorts. Deacon said it.
So we really got to
watch the Easter eggs. Like and subscribe. Easter eggs.
I was thinking about this. I was watching, and you can obviously see that Sam has a strong arm, man. That ball comes off his hands like it's meant to be somewhere. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they're in rhythm, they're catching the ball, you know, they're running patterns and stuff like that. But when I was watching, I was thinking, you know, you can't really tell a quarterback can have all of the traits. You can throw a 5-yard out as a bullet. You can toss a nice little ball downfield over the shoulder. But unless you can read an NFL defense, you just don't know. You don't know until you get into the game whether this dude can read an NFL defense. You can run an offense, but if you can't read the defense, man, you know, and I think that's what happened to Bobby Three Sticks is that, you know, he could do a lot of things, man, but he just couldn't read that. When he went to the second year and he didn't want to run no more, and he had to read defenses as opposed to running a set play or running around a little bit and taking off, you see the difference. And hopefully Hal has that aspect as well. But watching him play in shorts, you just can't tell, man. Now, I'm hoping for the best, but you just can't tell. I can't tell.
What do you think, Trey Z? What do you think about them running around booty shorts and tank tops?
No. In all seriousness,
you threw him, Big Al. You threw him.
Yeah, you threw me off. I wanted to say something so bad. I was like, I'm not joining it. I'm not. Young folk, we always have trying to learn the mentality. We have got to an age where we don't connect like we used to. So the distractions that we had as men is totally different from what they have. And what they have is amazing. I'm even wishing I was young. To say that instead of them taking advantage of the offseason, like a lot of our Washington squads did, and I believe never came together because they just didn't have the leadership and the coaching to bring them together or a reason to. They just kind of was like, okay, I'm going to do my thing on my own and then come back to OTAs or come back to training camp or whatever. These guys are taking it upon themselves. And I felt the little slide you was doing. They down in Miami, so you know they down there having a party, but they're having a party and going to work the next day.
That's true.
And they're having a party and they're catching routes the next day. They're having a party and they scheming and they feeling each other and they're getting that synergy together the next day. That's something that I haven't seen in Washington in a long time. You might have seen it with one or two players, but the number of players that are galvanizing themselves right now, I believe that's the seed that the enemy can't show on quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? That energy. And everybody keeps saying it, man. And that's important. It's this game, man, is about a bunch of men needing a reason. And that to some people, that trophy is not the reason. Some of them is just the brotherhood. Some of them is just the fraternity of we made it this far. We outbeat millions of young men who wanted to do the same thing. And now we here. And we just need somebody to make us and bring us together. You see it mostly on the basketball court. It's easier, I think. You know what I'm saying? With a starting 5. But it's harder with 11. Really 22. Because you got to do it on the other side of the ball too. But the fact that you're doing it and you start to see more than one and this and that, you know, the linemen are out the picture, you know what I'm saying? But I'm hoping somewhere, because truth be told, you can't win nothing with an offensive line. I now have drank the Kool-Aid to say that. Offensive line is more important than we really imagine. Imagine is almost second to the quarterback, because you got to say the quarterback got to be good, but the only reason why the quarterback good because he clean. Meaning his uniform ain't dirty because them linemen kept him safe. Hopefully they're together doing drills, or at least like back in the day in the weight room, watching their diet, jogging, doing whatever it is you got to do to make sure that you're ready to get out there and knock everybody else off their feet. So Al, I say it is the most important, the most influential, and leading by example. So the leader sparked this in them to do that. Other positions, as I'm saying, might be watching. They're seeing the same press we seeing. So they might be like, hey, man, let's get together, man. Let's do some drills. You know, what are we going to do? I don't know, man, but we better get together, man. We can't let these offensive players come here and show us up. Just that right there is a part of the locker room that a lot of people don't see. You know what I'm saying? So they might get together and they do some drills. And you know what was that year when all them Bammers was out there looking like they were Chippendale dancers, posing, showing all their muscles. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was like, look how we look. They couldn't play for a damn, but they was like, look how we look. Even that was good because they came together to get their muscles together, whatever. Let's do that. I mean, seriously, you saw the picture. They was out there. I was like, what does that got to do with football? They was like,
okay, let's move on for that one. All right.
But y'all know it's true. And everybody who saw that picture do it, I was like, what is this? Is this a calendar? What are they doing?
Oh, man.
Listen, as we get out of here, man.
That's the first time
let's get out of that one.
That's the first time I saw Samus. What was it, Sammy? Samus Reyes? Samus Reyes was in that joint. That was his moment. He couldn't catch the ball. He couldn't run a route. He couldn't stay healthy. But that Bama looked good, didn't he?
Besides the enemy in his first year as an actual offensive coordinator, doing everyday play calling, and the team getting together, and just coming with this synergy and stuff like that, you know, and Ron trying to figure out, you know, trying to save his job or trying to transition properly. I mean, those are very important. What else in the world of Commander football is most important during this last week or two of off season before we wrap up? What else?
Health. I hope they sitting back getting healthy too, man. We don't want them out there. We want to see them practicing and
we're in here talking about practice. I mean, listen, we're talking about practice.
You know, getting their craft up, but we also don't want to see any injuries at the same time. You know,
Right.
Get these guys healthy into the season, and you know, training camp's coming up pretty soon here in the next couple of days. So get these guys in the training camp, get them through the preseason healthy, man, and hopefully when we get to first game at least, will be nice. And it's going to be an interesting year. So I would say stick in there. You know, don't get too high, don't get too low. It's going to be a very interesting year. We got a lot of first-time players on offense and defense, man.
Well, offensive line health is going to be really key. This year, they say that our division, Giants, Philly, us, and Cowboys, have the best D-lines in the whole NFL. So offensive line has to be healthy this year to compete with our teams in our division. So health is very important. What do you think, Trey, one of the most important things during these last couple of days of all season here before preseason starts?
You guys nailed it. There's nothing else to add, nothing else. Listen, Washington has been terrible when it comes to keeping anybody healthy, man. Nobody stays healthy, man. On paper, we're magnificent until the beginning of the year. 3 players are down. 1 person is gimpy. This is, it's all these things happen. So I hope and pray that they cleaned it up. Like I said, we were talking about maybe 4 shows back about the facilities, man. When we saw they were showing the Minnesota facilities and what they were doing, and they showed the Washington facilities. It looked like Parks and Recreation. You know what I'm saying? It was just totally different. And they got to change that if they want us to do something. So hopefully, and we thought by now the new owner will be in. Whoever you are, sir, please.
Next week.
But look, it's always something. It's always a date. You know what I'm saying?
It's always a date.
It's always a date. Never. Nobody shows up though. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting tired of waiting at you, girl. You ain't never showing up. I don't think you love me like you say. But ideally, man, Al, listen, man, if we can keep the people healthy, man, imagine that. I don't know what Philly does. Philly seems to have an opportunity every year to keep everybody on their roster to get through majority of the year. Then just copy that. Hey, man, what is it? What do they do over there? So that we can keep these players that on paper that we say are awesome and make them do. We have the team this year to more than compete. I used to say compete. More than compete. We can win some games. Our defense Secondary, as I think right now we can all say Forbes looks like the truth. Ooh, aren't you excited about that? Let's do that. Let's say that the guys that we had, even the guys that we had last year, did their job. So name, it wasn't like they was catching. They were pick six in every game, but they did their job. That's all I ask. Because then once there were more 3-and-outs than there were more touchdowns. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, so now you got to go back to what we have, and now we've increased that. So Al, yes, man, this is the time for the trainers to feel the same energy and go, you know what? No, son, you don't need to play because we can't shoot you up no more, which is going to cause you to sit out for 8 games. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing that no more. You got to sit out for these 3 games and just shut up. And somebody in that room just say that to him.
Well, I hear that go-go, Deacon. That go-go's in the background. We got to, hope y'all guys like and subscribe. That's most important for us. Like and subscribe. Definitely with health. No Deshaun watching massages. We don't want to do that to Deshaun watching massage. Why
not?
Hey, well, make sure it's legal.
Allegedly.
But we getting out of here, y'all. Man, look, enjoy y'all summer. Enjoy the break. In 2 weeks, we be ready to go, baby.
All right, Cam Curl. It's time to get on the field.
Can't put your helmet on, Cam.
Cam.
It's time to
We
play,
love you,
baby.
man. Love us
Come
back,
on,
Cam. Come on, Cam. Let's go.
You ain't sign that contract, Cam.
Oh, Cam.
Oh, Cam.
Man, we out of here, y'all, man. See ya.
All right.
Hey, Smoke, run this town.